I'm getting quite lucky with the enemy types we're facing as well. They're all been like really low groups. Except for the Jack of Plague, and that guy, well, we've kind of recovered from that. Although speaking of stuff we need, we really need some more food. We're down to 2. If we run out, then we will take damage every turn until we can find some more. Luckily, because we have so much gold, we can probably just buy something and find a shop. Although my shop luck has been quite bad this run. I have a run where I get so many gold, well, so much gold, English, and of course there is no shops. Hey, there's food. And there's even more food, awesome, that was lucky. I think luck's been like the word of the run. Do it! It's so weird talking to my past self like this. Hey! It's like NCS in his videos is always like, okay, future Tim, do this. Hey, life's limb. Press 1 to inflict a curse of weakening on enemies close to you. I mentioned this earlier, but the game does have an equipment system. Now with the start, your equipment is really basic, so it's just like your basic axe, your basic shield, and stuff like that. So every new thing you can get after that is really good. Another cool thing about this game is that they released a DLC pack which allows you to pick different classes for your character, and each of the classes have different things you can get. Oh, this is cool, watch this.
If you're simply leaving this card in as a quick way to get your hands on a shield.
My name is Mr. Lionel. Alright, so I have plenty of gold here and I want some food, so I give him gold, or like maybe a weapon or something. And he goes through his sack, and he sees what we need. And he gives us more gold! Like, oh my god, Lionel! You had one job, man! 20 gold. 20 gold. 15. Oh my god. What was it talking about? Oh, I completely forget. Shit. Well, we finally found a shop, which is nice. Oh, what was it talking about? Ah, think, August, think. Equipment, new equipment. Oh, I completely forget. Oh god. So this shop is 2 new weapons we can buy. They're both hammers. Hammers are really good against skeleton enemies, and because this boss of the dungeon is a skeleton enemy, I figure getting a hammer here would be really good. It just depends which one we want, the huge hammer or the zeal hammer. And I decided to go with the huge hammer.
Sometimes form follows function and vice versa. In this case, it's called a huge hammer. You take a guess.
And I buy a bunch of food here as well because more food is always a good thing, especially with our gold. And see what I mean about the game being slow in shops? I don't understand. Like, perhaps it's loading the entire environment at once and it's making it slow down a ton, but it's weird. What was I talking about? Oh my god. Oh, that's gonna bug me so bad. If it was anything important, I'll put it on the screen in like a little note, but I'm sure it was. It was probably just me rambling on about something. Hey, another shop. Yeah, speaking of shops, this is like where they all are. Now this one is a jewelry shop, and these sell I'm trying to think. Let's see. Oh, they sell like spells you can use. These are called artifacts, and you can use them in battle to have different effects. Like one of them freezes, one of them you can use it, then build up your combo, and then when your combo is over, it does like a big area effect attack. And there's also like poison and a bunch of other stuff like that. Oh, classes, that's right. I remember now. The game has a bunch of new classes in the DLC, and I've been playing around with it today, and it's really cool. Like this class is like a monk, which is good against skeletons. There's also one which doesn't have, well, it doesn't eat food, it eats iron instead. And so you have to find iron to like keep your health up. There's also one which those chance cards things, it's more lucky, but they're weaker in battles and vice versa. And it's a really cool DLC.
It seems you have
I'll have to
made
play
an
around with
enemy
it some
of
more.
the Ratmen.
It also
They
added
do
a
not
bunch of
normally attack
new
unless
cards and
provoked.
stuff and events you can find. Ratmen hunting. More Ratmen, oh no. These guys are probably my least favorite enemy types just because they're so annoying. And this arena in particular, as you can see, is like fire central. Like, how do we even get in here? I want to know the story behind this. Who would make this? Like, seriously. I don't know. Like, are we in some sort of, like, underground castle or something? Like, maybe Baron was like, you know what my castle needs? More fire. And I get the Ratman. I hate archers so much. They are so annoying. You can reflect the archers' arrows. I believe it's with Q. But at the time, I forgot about that, so I just dodged around them all and whacked them with my huge hammer. Goodbye, sir. The worst thing about those events is you don't get any bonuses from them. Sometimes after battles you get like cards and stuff, but meh.
The lizard men are nothing if not patient. He waits for you.
Ember Town hero, ask him his troubles. So what do? Do we fight him off or flee? I decided to fight this guy to get him away from my artifact. And I fail, so he takes it from me. And a pain card as well, that sucks. Lose equipment.
I am sorry.
It looks like we lost our shield. I think we did. Or at least one of our shields. We might have had a spare somewhere.
The very apotheosis of intellect. Magicians. I cannot fault your choice, though I wonder how you will fare against such tactics.
Speaking of first times, this is the first time I've ever fought a mage in this game. I don't exactly know how mages work, but from what I can gather... Well, you'll see it in a second. When you attack the mages, they put up a bit of a shield. I think I'd wait for the shield to go down before you attack them again. As you can see, I try and attack them from the back, but it doesn't work, so I think you have to wait for the shield to go down. Perhaps I'm missing something here, but these guys were really, really annoying. And another story, after this run, I did like an event with 6 of these guys, which is really bad. They took a while to go down. But I think the idea is you have to whack them while the thing is down, and just hit them over and over and over again to combo them so they can't put it back up. Like, how is he dodging that? I'm attacking him in the back with a huge hammer. That makes no sense. Come on, dude, whack him. Oh, there he goes. The huge hammer is a really, really good weapon. And as I mentioned before, it also does extra damage to skeletons. Goodbye, sir. You flop over there.
Here is your token. Well done. I don't think the mages will forgive your transgressions
Achievements.
there.
Hey, helpful priest. This is actually, speaking of like, evolving stories with the cards, this is the one that came before Charitable, so I did this one and got the Charitable event unlocked. And we get a blessing card, Arcane Knowledge.
The gods look upon you favorably. The king is one of the players in our great mystery, yet here he lies, dead and unforgiven.
Yeah, I'm not
His
doing that.
time is now long past. Choose from these options.
Oh, failure. Too bad me, because I have to do it. Yeah. Oh god, this is... Oh. I remember this fight. I'll talk about something else in a second. Well, I'll talk about it now. I'll show you this afterwards. What does it even mean, August? Seriously? But one of the extra classes you can get in this game starts off really weak and gets more health when you kill opponents. And once I forced this group of skeletons that would just continually revive each other, so I seriously ground myself to like 150 health because of that. It was really cool. But watch this. It's coming up, wait for it. What the hell? I got like stun locked in the it happened again! I don't know how I got like stun locked between the enemies somehow. That was bullshit. That was really real bullshit. Goodbye. Yeah, that was really annoying. And of course, at this point, I was like, you know, the boss is coming up. If I find him in the next card, I'll be low on health. This isn't too good. But we get extra max health there. And 15 health. And a food, so it all worked out in the end.
A little food. Not a great change, but enough to switch the odds a little.
Ew, Desert Storm.
Plunder the secrets of your memories.
Run for the hills or stay where we are. I decided to run.
You'll wish you'd left untouched.
There is a chance of huge failure here. But we are successful, which is nice. And because of that, we get the card's token. I wonder what would happen if we actually stood there. We'd probably just take like instant damage or something. Or perhaps there's like only one success then. And you get a bonus if you actually manage to do it. Goblin. Hey, it's Mr. Lionel. 10 food for only 40 gold. I don't need this at all, but I figured, why not? We're at the end of the run, so might as well. Goodbye, sir. The next card is a woman. Looks like a very muscular and angry woman.
And everything in between.
I'll give her some food. It said in the card that there were eyes looking at me from the forest, so I figured if I wouldn't give her food, then she would send people to attack me. Turns out the eyes would have said kids, and maybe they'll just like bump into and steal food anyway, so it's much easier to give her some because I have plenty of food as it is. And we get some gloves. And this woman also shows us the map of where everything is. And as you can see, right above us is the Jack of Scales, so good thing went around the counterclockwise, I guess. And here we go.
Fight for the ages. I expect greatness.
On to the boss fight of this dungeon. Now the Jack of Scales is an upgraded version of those lizard men from earlier. So this would be the second time I'm fighting them ever. And he also has a bunch of friends with him. He's a big guy. Wait a second. Oh shit. Oh, I must have got confused when I was playing. Because, yeah, I got the huge hammer to take out the skeletons, but the boss isn't a skeleton. Okay, my mistake, everybody. Well, anyway, we have a huge hammer to beat the shit out of these lizard guys, which is nice. Look at the size of that guy. He's huge. And funnily enough, the big guy also can damage his friends. It reminds me of the brutes from Arkham City and stuff, who just like run into their friends and knock them over. In a very comedic fashion. And this fight is going to take a while, just so you know. There are a lot of these guys that do a lot of damage, about 12 each hit. And because there's a lot of enemies, they can also gang up on me really, really easily. Come on, guy, do it. this is where that artifact would have come in helpful. I should have just fled from that guy. Although knowing the game, there'd be like an event after that as well, which you have to try and get. You can stun lock enemies pretty easily with your combos, but of course when there's more than one, they can just hit you and knock you out of it. And as you can see, I also love jumping around. Like, I'm definitely the type of player in these games. Screw countering, I want to just dodge all over the place. Well, as I mentioned, you can't counter the red attacks, so you have to dodge them. Down to the boss. All his friends are dead. It's time to take him down. And all of this guy's attacks are red, making him a very, very dangerous opponent. He also has a ton of health. And a very wide range of attacks too. But there we go. The boss has been defeated.
Well played. Well played indeed. You have defeated something that I never expected to die. The wand represents my will in the purest sense. It is not too late for you to give up now. Go peacefully to your fate and leave me to mine. You begin to assemble a credible deck. Let us see what happens next.
So these are all the tokens we got, and as you can see, each of these unlock more events for us to do. In this run we got a lot of tokens. I think there was about 9 there or so. Giant eagles, more gold. These are all cards which we can add to our deck and have a chance of finding when we play the game. And yeah, that's about it for Hand of Fate, everybody. So I hope you all enjoyed. As usual, if you want to play this game for yourself, you can get the game at the Steam store, and there'll be a link to that in the description below. And I guess I'll see you guys on the next one.
Halfway done. Let us continue.